Welcome to this installment of Business Battleground on ContextTV. So this week there was an article in the Financial Times about Apple's efforts possibly to wade into the search battleground. So if you recall, Google was actually the 13th search engine. It followed a long list of directories, search engines relying on indexes that crawled the web, as well as meta search engines, which is where I actually started my career all the way back in 2000 at Mama, before Google Googled the entire search industry. Now, worth noting that the search battleground is not really only a technical fight in terms of relevance of the quality of search results. It also boils down to distribution as well as monetization. So with Apple, who sits on a $55 billion annual profit and over $100 billion of cash, they have the money, obviously, and the technical chops to probably figure out the tech. Also, with the iPhone, they have the distribution. Where I think Apple will have a little bit of a problem is more on the monetization side if they wanted to take on Google head on. I don't think this is actually about competing with Google head on. Why? Let's take a look at the four phases of search. The first battleground really was for text content, articles, and whatnot. Google won that. Their search engine was far better than any other traditional search like AltaVista or meta search like Dogpile. And ultimately, I think that Google also won the second front of search, which was images. Now, the reason why they won the image battle was not only because their search results were better. I think ultimately Google won in images because of their massive resources and ability to fend off legal challenges. They got sued by Getty and many others over the years, and they were able to argue that aggregating thumbnails and then linking out to websites that hosted those thumbnails was indeed fair use, an area which obviously, for better or worse, we have a lot of experience in. The third front of search was actually video. Now, indirectly, Google ended up winning the video search engine fight because of its acquisition of YouTube in 2006 for $1.65 billion. There were some emails that were leaked earlier in 2020 that showed Google willing to bid about 10, 20, $30 million for YouTube, and then it ended up escalating quite quickly with a $1.65 billion exit price. The reason why the price grew so quickly, I feel, is because Google realized they were not only buying the number one video platform in YouTube, but they were also addressing a possible threat on the video search front because YouTube had emerged as the number two search engine in the world. Which takes us to the fourth front of the search wars, which is audio, voice, Siri, Alexa. I think what you are seeing now coming out of Apple is more a recognition that they are probably the best suited competitor to take on Google before Google closes off the fourth and possibly final door in the search battleground. So Apple most likely not going to be taking on Google because Google's success is not just a google.com website, it's all of the long tail where Google bundles not just their technology, but this basket of paid search advertisers that then also provide a solution to websites to power their search needs with Google. But Apple, I definitely think, is going to be going more and more into search, audio search, powered by Siri. And that's, I think, what the reporting